Okay, so you know how usually, like, I really carry this podcast? You know how that's usually what happens?
You're the star of the show, truthfully.
Yeah, I'm really gonna need you to step up today, okay? Because I'm feeling a little worse for wear
A
today.
hungover?
No,
Is
I'm
that,
not. No, not hungover. I think I have a food coma.
oh, did you eat somewhere fantastic?
Yeah, but no, yes. So Nick and I went for a very nice meal last night. We decided to try out a Korean barbecue place. So it's like one of those cool places that have like the fire grill in the middle of your table. And we were celebrating our anniversary. So we opted for the fanciest stuff. Like I'm talking, we got the Wagyu, Erin.
I thought you were gonna say octopus or something wild.
No, we're
Wagyu.
not we're not that adventurous. I want good stuff. I don't want weird stuff. And I don't think I've ever had Wagyu. Have you eaten the Wagyu?
Yeah, I've eaten Wagyu. I don't have a palate for it. So I cannot tell the difference between Alberta beef and Wagyu and Kobe beef or whatever. I can't tell the difference between all the beefs. I can tell you the difference between a Starbucks chai latte and a different chai latte, but I don't have the palate for beef to know the difference.
You would absolutely kill it if you did a taste test of chais. You would know for sure. Like I would bet, and I'm not even a betting person. I would bet like a lot of money on you winning that.
I wouldn't be able to tell you what the other ones were, but I could be like,
Yes.
not Starbucks, not Starbucks, not
Yeah.
Starbucks. Right one.
Yeah.
This is the right one. Yeah. Anyway, so tell me about your
Yeah,
beef.
so we just had a really nice dinner. It was really great. And of course, it takes a super long time, and our table was full of all of these weird and wonderful things. And I had a single glass of wine. Okay, so it's not a wine problem that's happening today. But I woke up in the middle of the night and I had a headache. And now my headache is still here. And you know what it is? I had to Google it this morning. It is like from MSG, I think.
Oh, could be. Yeah. Did you get the meat sweats? That's a lot of meat.
I didn't get the meat sweats. I
Okay.
probably should have. Like
They might be coming still.
I did though when I got home, I had to put all of our clothes into the washing machine because you know how that smells like smoke and meat and frying. I had to
Grease.
wash all of our clothes, including my jacket that I wore into the restaurant. And I had to have a shower because it was in my hair and everything. Like it was just permeates. It was like
Vegans that listen to this podcast are now gagging in their vehicles. I'm so sorry.
it was a fantastic meal, but I'm not sure it was worth the headache and the laundry service.
Welcome to day 8 of the Financial Spring Cleaning Challenge on the Get the Hell Out of Debt podcast. We're so happy you're here. You've made it 8 days, which is pretty remarkable. We're in the second week. Here we go. Today, we're going to do a subscription sweep.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're going to check your bank and your credit card statements for subscriptions. You're going to cancel or pause subscriptions you don't use or ones that you forgot about. You got to look for free trials that auto renew. You got to look for sneaky annual fees. And you really got to be mindful, though. Here's the differentiator. Mindful if the subscription that you have is bringing value to your life or not. Because it's not just a matter of cutting all subscriptions. It's a matter of what are the subscriptions that more than pay for themselves and the value that I'm receiving. I think it's really easy to look at expenses and go, let's slash and burn everything. But if there's something that's actually enhancing your life, or it makes your life easier in some way, or it's of some benefit, then you want to keep it. You downloaded that new app the other day, Minutia. Does it
Yeah,
have a fee or you're using a free version?
I'm using the free version. I'm always a freebie girl. I will always opt for a free version first and then see if I need to get the paid version. But I very rarely do. There's very few apps where I'm doing a paid version.
Same here. Yeah, I mostly find what I need on the internet. So, what I'm going to encourage you to do though is do this yourself, do this manually. Now, there are apps on the market. There's one very cool one that I wish would sponsor this podcast, but they don't. So, I'm not going to say their name. They can do this for you, but you have to be really mindful that sometimes when an app is going to manage your subscriptions for you, basically what they're doing is they're taking all of your data.
Uh,
That company that has that data can then they don't have to necessarily sell your data to somebody else, but they can market you to somebody else. So you might start seeing different ads than you'd been seeing before because of the data that you've shared with that company. And what happens in the case of certain companies that do this in the banking realm is now they have your data, and now loan companies are like, you know what? We want to market to females age 35 plus who have this amount roughly of income. And they would know that because based on the apps that you would use, they're like, oh, she's probably in this sort of income range. So then they're going to market products to you that are going to make you spend more, essentially, or make you borrow more. You have to be really careful of what's influencing you. And so a lot of these companies, when they're doing you a favor, cutting you a solid by taking care of something for you that actually would really only take you a minute and a half to do yourself, what you're doing is you're setting yourself up potentially for future financial pain down the road. So just be really aware. I want you to think critically about all these things.
Yeah, it's smart. And I think we will often have this stuff pop up and we sign up for things. Today, the fact that we have to go through and actually look for these things and opt out of them is something that we just don't do regularly. So just doing it all in one fell swoop is a really great idea.
And what you're going to do right now, if you've got an iPhone, for example, is you can go right into your iPhone, click on your settings, go into subscriptions, and then you can see some of your app subscriptions right in there, especially the ones that renew. I think that's a really great feature. It's hidden in the phone. A lot of people, I'm amazed, don't know that it's there. So that's one way that you can take care of it. But sometimes you have to go through your bank statements. I don't know if you remember a couple months ago, this happened to me. I was sitting down with the bookkeeper and we were doing some things, and she's like, "Why are you paying for Adobe twice?" And I was like, "I'm not paying for Adobe twice.
Oh, yes,
I'm
yikes.
paying for Adobe twice on two different emails." And it wasn't a little bit either. It was like $22 a month or something like that. And I only need it on one account. So I just think it's important to really pay attention also to those bank statements or your phone. If you're using Apple Pay or something like that, pay attention to those payments coming in and out because they can sometimes tell a story from a subscription that might not be in the subscriptions part of your phone.
Yeah. Do you want to know one of the hacks that I discovered recently?
Yeah.
Something that I didn't know was a thing. And I don't actually know if this works in every circumstance, but it's worked for me multiple times now. So it's worth checking out. But like you said just now, going to your subscriptions part in your phone, you know how they get us is they say you get a week for free or a month for free or 3 months for free. And so I have clicked on those and I'm like, yes, I want to try this version. And then you forget, like they're banking on you forgetting to cancel it in a week.
But you can
And then you
cancel right
get,
away.
but that's just it. I didn't know that. You can
Oh,
cancel
I'm
right
breaking your
away.
hack.
You
Okay.
can cancel right away. You already knew this hack. Why didn't you tell me?
Well,
Now
I
I'm
don't
mad at
know.
you.
I'm sorry. I feel really, I don't want to cock block your hack. You tell it to me. I'm going to pretend like I haven't heard it because somebody who's listening hasn't heard this before. Okay, let's try this again. Tell me the hack.
No, but now I'm mad that you didn't tell
Okay.
me that this was what I could
Well, I
do.
didn't know you were struggling with subscriptions. Tell me.
You should know that they get me, Erin. Everybody can get me. I'm an easy get.
Okay. So what you do is you sign up for the subscription and then
Yes.
immediately go in and cancel, and it'll still give you the 7 days. Usually, some apps won't. Sometimes they'll take it away right away, but most of the time
Yeah,
you can.
most of the time you get to keep them. So right now, for example, I'm using a grocery delivery service. Okay. And so they had some promotion that popped up and they said you can get 3 months for free and then you sign up for a year is what they want. And I was like, 3 months for free. I'm just like, I'm going to try this and see what happens. And I totally signed up right away, went to that part in my phone that you just talked about, and I hit cancel and I still get it for free for 3 months.
Mhm. The
And I
other
don't have to worry about being charged in 3 months from now. Like I'm like my mind is blown.
That's so cool. The other fun thing about sometimes canceling subscriptions is, and I do think that this is dirty pool, is that when you go to cancel, then they offer you a discount. So
Ah,
they're like,
yes.
why don't you stay with us? We'll give it to you for 50% off. I'm like, why
Yes.
don't you do that to the customers that are there and that are loyal?
Yes. Yes.
That
There was
drives me
something
bananas.
just that I saw yesterday. One of the services that I used to use at the school for our fun lunch system,
Mhm.
we paid for it for years and years, like the same price. Like we, if we signed up for it a few months before the end of our contract, then we got a $50 discount. And then I've moved on, of course, because the boys have now moved to high school. And I was contemplating using the same service there, but didn't. I haven't signed up for it yet. They sent an email yesterday, Erin, and they said I could get a whole year for free if I signed up for the first year now. Like we're talking hundreds of dollars that I could save for the school. This is not for me personally, but still, like, why? as a loyal customer, was I not offered that discount?
I
Just,
know.
I don't like that very much.
So super frustrating. Super frustrating. Speaking of which, if you look out your window right now,
Yeah.
is there somebody outside your house?
Did you order me a Starbucks?
I did.
Oh, I love
Listener, before we started recording, we were talking about Starbucks because it's very cold here today. And Carrie looked up what it would cost to get a Starbucks to her house, Uber Eats style, and it was a lot of money. But I happen to have an Uber Eats subscription because I use it a lot when I travel. So I just went and ordered it for her. But I don't know if I got the order right. So we'll see when she comes back. But I ordered her, I didn't know what she wanted. So I ordered her a hot drink and a cold drink.
you. You're the world's greatest. Oh
I
my
don't know if
God.
that's the right drink though, because I was trying
I
to,
don't care.
and I couldn't do light ice. There was like whatever. So anyway, I got you a hot and a cold.
Erin, I have a MSG headache. This is the very best thing ever.
I'm so glad. I'm so
I'm so
glad.
sorry that I made a joke about you in the podcast and me carrying things because we know it's not true. And now I just feel mean and I have Starbucks.
It is true. We're even after I made fun of your toque the other day. So, do you know, I read this statistic that said friends that
I just saw that too. I just saw that. We have the same algorithm, by the
we
way.
must have the same algorithm. A study finds that friends who playfully insult each other are 300% more honest and loyal.
I saw that also. And I was like, oh, that's us. Oh, we're like, can that statistic be higher because we do it so much?
The funniest part is when we were in our 20s, we never insulted each other. Like we you just never did that. But I think as you get older and you stop caring what other people think, you start zinging each other. But it's like it doesn't bother you because we're at that age where it doesn't matter. That's like the beauty of getting older.
But it's just, it's gentle and it's funny. And we know that deep down we don't actually mean it. It's all in
Oh,
good fun.
and if anybody ever said something mean to you, I would cut a bitch. I would hurt her. Do you know what I
Listen, don't even get me started.
But
Don't
I
even.
can make fun of the toque and you can make fun of me. But if anybody else does, they're dead to us. Anyway, friends, thank you so much for listening to day 8 of the Financial Spring Cleaning Challenge. Your job is to cancel those subscriptions and take that money. Here's the big piece, though. The money that you save, you've got to do something with it now. You can't just save it and let that money disappear into the ether. So if you're saving $22.99, then your next job is to go into your budget or your cash flow plan and assign that $22.99 to something else. So if you're in phase 1 of the program, that goes towards your quick and dirty. If you're in phase 2, it goes to the debt that you're working on. And if you're in phase 3, it goes towards an asset. And if this is your first time listening to this podcast, Lord help you, you've stepped in a minefield. You're in the middle of you're in the middle of a challenge. You can go back and listen to the first 7 days, and you can join us inside the program at getthehelloutofdebt.com.